You don't even come on Clubhouse no more. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man.
Forget Clubhouse, ain't it?
People got. I'm talking about people getting. It's just a long story. You know what I'm saying? The things that people got
Mm-hmm.
from being in my room and actually coming to the events, like I'm talking about, they can go out and make millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about. I'm putting data in your hand. You can go out and make with the data. You can go out and make millions of dollars. Nobody wanted to do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? But then you'll be in a room. You'll be in a room. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. Ain't nobody talking about nothing. They don't know what they talking about. They talking about if you own a house, subject. They talking about if you put all this money into a house, subject to putting all this money in a house that you don't own. First of all, Guru, if you buy the house subject to, if you buy the house subject to, you on the deed. Just crazy, ridiculous stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So you going for the best. I understand because you've been the most hated person on Clubhouse probably. I feel you
It's just funny,
for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? It's just funny when you watch somebody on the video, like they basically they got their license and then they went and they started investing into real estate, but they only in a certain lane. But then they start trying to talk about your. Are you on two devices, Xavier? Can you still hear me, Xavier?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Okay.
told you I was gonna join in on my camera on my
Okay.
phone. You remember?
Yeah. So they'll come in and they'll be talking about a whole nother lane, somebody else lane. And then so what we call it in like graphic design and digital digital marketing.
Yep.
Yeah, so what we call it is when you're creating reels for people and all that stuff, we call it talking heads. On Instagram, when you see people talking and the words just pop out and all these different graphics or whatever, we call it talking heads. So when you see a talking head say something like, "Oh, you putting all this money in," you can lose a lot of money putting you can lose a lot of money putting. Xavier, you got to come off one of them because it's gonna be you won't be able to hear us.
I can hear you right now. Is it acting up though? Let me
Yeah,
disconnect the audio
on
from my
our
laptop.
okay, because on our side we'll hear static.
Okay. Okay, my fault. Let me see. Uh, dang it.
I don't know, maybe you got to have one of them on mute or something, or
Yeah, my
no,
fault about that. Let me see if I can just turn it all the way down. Is it still staticky?
no, it sounds good now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so you'll have a talking head, right? So if the talking head on social media, if they start talking about a different lane, because it was like an interview or something, you know what I'm saying? Now it was like a little meetup. So when they ask you a question about a whole different lane, and then you just start talking about it, you start to answer the question. But everybody that actually does it, they're like, no, that's not correct. Actually, actually,
Right.
actually, actually, I feel like you should just take the video down. You shouldn't put anybody going into that direction. Talking about, oh yeah, if you could actually lose a lot of money uh putting money into a property that you don't own, subject to. Well, the deed goes to you, subject to. You're on a deed. How could you not own the property? There is a way that you don't own the property. But if we're talking about, you just said subject to, so we're talking about straight subject to. Generally speaking, we're talking about subject to, but then if we talk about something else, then this is a whole deep dive. You know what I'm saying? But first, you got to understand the very first part of it. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about
Mhm.
straight subject to, you got the deed to the property. You know what I'm saying? And due on sale is actually a joke. The people that's worried about due on sale clause, they don't actually do the business. They don't. I never met one real estate investor that actually lost an investment property from due on sale clause. But everybody do on sale clause, blah 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 blah. When they overly worried about the due on sale clause, it just means that they don't do the business. There's nothing wrong with that, not doing the business. There's nothing wrong with them being overly worried about it. They just need to get an education. There's so many different ways to correct it. You gotta be when you're going in a deal, you gotta have everything structured correctly. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways we can talk about getting her past all of that. Worst case scenario though is that you have to come in with private money and you refinance it out. How are you gonna lose the property for doing sale clause? That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but then you got talking heads. You got talking heads on reels and social media. You know? Majority of the time, I just sit back and I listen. I sit back and I listen. I'll be like, okay, yeah, blah blah blah. They don't know what they're talking about, and they just move on. But sometimes you get fed up, and it just be a couple people. You know what I'm saying? And you just make a comment. Well, actually, you know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to criticize you, but I'm just telling you. It makes zero sense to anybody. And then you have people that are like, oh, they know exactly what they're talking about. Obviously, you and that person need an education. You hear me? Obviously, you and that person haven't been through that deal. If you're actually rah-rah-rahing about it, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. Crazy. I mean, you can get that on YouTube. You don't have to go spend $30,000-$40,000. You can get that on YouTube from a credible person. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, but yeah, we're about to dive into it. What's up, Alexis?
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty cool. Yeah, so we're just gonna. I'm showing Xavier how to use this dialer, and then we're gonna do some couple follow-ups, and then some. We're gonna do some agent outreach, I guess. So maybe we'll have like an hour and a half. Because I know everybody got to hit their goals for tomorrow. But yeah, let's get it started. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right.
You know what that remind me of, man?
What's that?
I was thinking like the real estate agents don't piss you off, but then it made me think of the Matrix, like the agents in the Matrix. I'm not sure if you ever watched that.
Piss you off about what?
No, I'm just saying how you were just saying that everybody act like they know everything, and you know, mainly it'd be like the the real estate agents and the people who's not actual investors. And I was just thinking about the Matrix.
Well, this guy, he's an investor, but he was just talking about a different lane.
Gotcha.
But there's just different. It's just different moving parts and different pieces, right? But it's just different when you get on a platform and the whole world is listening to you. But I mean, agents, they know what they're doing. Some don't, and some may not. Creative finance is a little bit different. Alexis is an agent. So we're going to be walking through all of these things in real time. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with getting your license. It's just another benefit. I mean, you don't have to get your license. You don't have to get your license to get into real estate, not to get into real estate investment. But let's make some calls. All right. Okay, here we go. So maybe let me get out of some of this stuff here. my computer. It should be super fast. I have everything pretty much on my little what do you call it? SAN card. Let me get the dollar back up. Okay. I just logged into it. I don't know what happened.
This one's batch or no, it's prop. I don't think it's something bad.
And it's like sometimes, like when I hop on Zoom, my computer want to act funny. Like I barely have any space. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here go the dollar right here. And I'm just gonna call Atlanta right now. Atlanta, this is a big list right here, but Atlanta, they're like easier to talk to versus all the other people that I talk to, because they'll even give you referrals, give you people that they already know that's looking to sell their house, stuff like that. But other places are like a little bit different depending on where you're at. So here, I got it in prep right now, but this is pretty easy to use. Come on. All right. I don't know if it's because I'm streaming, but let me get out of everything else. All right. Let me just remove everything. All right. Maybe.
Can you also download the app on iOS, like on the phone?
On the phone. Which app? The Best Dollar. This one. I don't know if they have an app yet. I don't think they got an app yet. They got one like for John for dollars. This is what I'm gonna do. Maybe I should have shut my computer down first. Let me see. Hold on a second. All right, give me a second. gonna try to do this without shutting my computer down. Because I pretty much wiped out all of my files, most of them, and I just put it on, they're on the cloud and on my scan disk. Which should be good now. Let me just get back into batch dollar. So Xavier, from the internship, did that get you in position to get ready to do your own bank?
Man, we got to talk about that on the non-recorded line. But we definitely can talk about it.
Like 2 months? Was that like 2 months?
Yeah, it was about 2 months. But we'll definitely talk about it.
At least you'll be able to partner pretty quickly.
Yeah, hopefully, definitely. Just having, the connect network type of thing.
All it takes is one wholesale check.
Yeah, true, for sure. But like I said, I'll talk to you about it on the non-recorded line because I know you may share this with people, whatever. So I don't want to spill too much,
Yeah. All right. I think we're on this too. All right, here we go. All right. I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart this room, and I'm gonna take it off the live streaming because I think it's the live streaming because I don't know what's going on with the live streaming, but I got plenty like room like on my storage and everything because I have almost nothing on my computer. On my hard drive, I don't have nothing on my hard drive basically.
Do you think it's the StreamYard being recorded and Zoom being recorded at the same time?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because it's not letting me function like the way I normally function. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So I think I'm just gonna shut it down and I'm gonna take the StreamYard off. Let me hold on a second. Let me see. I'm gonna just turn the StreamYard off and see if it works correctly at that point. Because it shouldn't be this slow. So I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it.